Welcome to the top 10 planning mistakes that will keep you from retiring well and what you can do about them. Thanks for joining us again. I'm RJ Kelly. This video series is coming from my 30 plus years helping clients as a retired income certified professional and as an independent fee-based registered investment advisor and chartered financial consultant. As I said in the opening video, from what I see, most Americans are in trouble. And I don't just mean politically or morally or relationally or physically, but fiscally. And I won't repeat all the statistics I quoted in a previous video, except to say this. According to the Northwestern Mutual 2018 Planning and Progress Study, 21% of Americans have nothing saved for retirement. Zero, nada. 31% have saved less than $5,000, and 11% aren't even sure what they have. Now, that to me is the most scary part of that whole study. Now, 33% of boomers have less than $25,000 in retirement savings, and 78% of Americans say they're either extremely or somewhat worried about running out of money in retirement. As well they should be. Over 50% expect to work past the age of 65, not because they want to or because they're enjoying it, but simply because they have to. So, in this video, we're going to be discussing the number one reason, in my opinion, that most Americans will not be able to retire well. And that's because they don't have a specific plan, and that includes having a written plan for achieving financial independence in retirement. Now, how would you feel about playing a game where there are no yard markers, there's no end line, nothing to tell you if you scored or not? Somehow, I think you, and like me, would either get really bored quickly or simply not participate. Yet that's exactly what I find with 99% of Americans. They don't know where the goal lines are. They can't tell me specifically at what exact age they'll be retiring, or at least slowing down, how much they're going to need at that point and going forward, how many different buckets they'll have to draw from, and they're completely unrealistic about how long that they're going to live based on the latest information. And spoiler alert, it's a whole lot longer than you might imagine, and we'll be discussing life expectancy in a later video. This is what I call the four hows. How soon, how much, how many, that is, how many different sources of income we have to draw on, and for how long. Now, Stephen Covey, in his blockbuster book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, taught us, begin with the end in mind. And this is just as true with retirement planning. Most people simply have not envisioned what they want for retirement. In our discovery process, that is, when we've been hired by a client in our retirement planning section, we start with the following questions. What does retirement look like to you? Do you have any specific questions or concerns or expectations you'd like to have addressed and answered? And if so, what are they? The next question is, when you actually do retire, which of the following answers best describes your intentions? Do you plan to stop work completely? Or do you plan to stop work and begin volunteering? Maybe you'd like to work less, but still work and do other things too. Or perhaps you'll keep working the same hours or more, or maybe you're going to start your own business and follow some other career or passion that you've been putting off all these years. But bottom line, what does retirement look like to you? As well as describing what it looks like, which of the following 3 descriptions captures your picture of retirement spending? Okay, so the first choice is this. I'll be spending or will be spending less. A simpler life, will likely be in good health. The mortgage will be paid off or paid down significantly with little other debt. Our expenses, therefore, are going to be reduced overall. And now, if that captures your vision of retirement, you might be able to get by at roughly 75% of your current income or combined incomes. But maybe this sounds more like you. I or will be spending about the same as we are now, a lifestyle very much like we have today. So travel from time to time, enjoying our hobbies and volunteering. Now, if that sounds like you or you and your spouse, you should target roughly 85% of your current income starting in retirement. Again, this assumes that you'll have little to no debt. The last option is this. I or will be spending more. We'll be financially comfortable and likely have a sizable estate. We might even own a vacation home or two and travel significantly, including overseas. Now, if that's your vision for retirement, your target should be roughly 105% of your current or combined incomes. And if you want to do some what-if calculations, there are a number of really excellent calculators on the web, but I've found something I've used over the years called the Interactive Retirement Planner. nationwide.com. And it's very helpful in at least getting us started to see how you're stacking up. And I hope in this video I've helped you to start thinking about your answers to some of these 4 how questions. How much you're going to need or want? How soon are you planning to draw on that income? How many different sources of income will you have, and how long do you want that or project needing that income? Now, these are critically important answers to start getting clear on if you're going to have the amazing retirement that you deserve. Now, perhaps this first video has already prompted some questions and helped you gain some greater clarity. And you can visit us on our website shown below for more information, or send us an email. You can, again, send your questions to our email address shown, or better yet, if you want to get started right away, just call us on our 800 number. We offer a 20-minute completely free consultation to talk about what you have in place and what you're concerned about. The call is free, so is the conversation about your specific situation. Now, in our next video, we're going to be talking about another major planning mistake, and that is procrastination, and how that can derail even your best intentions. What can you do to overcome this challenge that's keeping so many Americans from being able to retire well? And don't put it off. Don't procrastinate. Start watching it right away so you don't make the same mistakes that so many others are making today. I'm RJ Kelly. Thanks for watching. Let's get started planning for your ideal tomorrows today.